Hello, everybody. We are the Geeks and Degenerates. I am Enzo, my forever co-host. Don't know what happened there, to be honest. But yeah, our Halloween season starts early with this lineup, starting with Talk to Me, which came out earlier this year and is directed by two YouTubers by the names of Raka Raka, and I am surprised.
I feel like okay. I don't know their names, but they have their respective names. Enzo, pop it up right here.
Yes.
But yeah, and yeah, growing up, if you were like a kid in early 2010s,
yeah,
you probably heard of Raka Raka and their homicidal
McDonald's,
like Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
Like their crazy, very violent-esque videos, and I was like, I always loved it.
Did Edwin introduce you to Raka Raka, or did you just find out yourself?
No, I think it was like one of my neighborhood friends here.
Oh, okay.
They're the ones who we just scour the internet for any funny shit, and then we would see that. And it's always the Ronald McDonald one that would get us. I love the one video where it's the Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones fandom clashing.
Yeah. Not surprisingly, if you guys know Edwin well, he's the one who introduced Raka Raka to me, and I was like, oh, I am hooked and terrified. Jesus Christ, Edwin.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the videos that circled around during my high school days of like, since we grew up in like a religious high school, like we have to watch it in secret. Check out Ronald McDonald killing everybody. You're like, oh shit, okay, cool. But yeah, when I heard that they were making a movie, I was like, you know what? Honestly, that makes sense. Since their McDonald's videos were always like cinematic. To, like,
it was like it was a high production kind of film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, but of course, when you hear the words YouTuber and movie together, you would kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
You would kind of like, do they have any experience with And I guess a lot of experience with YouTube filming.
Yeah.
Really paid off in this movie because I had low expectations for this. Sorry to say. I was like, okay, it's made by the guys from Raka Raka. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'm not going to expect a lot from it. Well, again, no offense. But as I watched this movie, I'm like, these guys were YouTubers before?
Right?
I'm like, God, homie, when are we going to make our movie?
When we learn the tricks of the trade. Someday, hopefully. I mean, they're not the only YouTubers gearing up to make movies. Like Markiplier's gonna make one soon. Chris Stuckman, I think his movie's already done. He just needs to find like a distributor, either Netflix or like a streaming platform or like a major movie studio. So I can't wait for those. But yeah, the story is that Mia and her adopted family of Claire and Riley are all like they're very close. You can sense that from the beginning, and even Claire's mom, who's played by Miranda Otto, who was Eowyn in Lord of the Rings. I was like, oh shit, I haven't seen you in a long time. Sad to see you here and not doing.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
it's the I ain't no man stab.
Yeah. So
forgot
cool
about
to
that.
see her.
Oh shit! No wonder she looked familiar.
Right? But yeah, they're all are pretty close, and you get the sense that Mia's in this family because of a personal tragedy that you kind of get the hints at the beginning. But yeah, like you can sense that she's very close to Claire and she's very close to Riley. And you, like, this movie's like pretty short. It's like average horror movie.
Hour and 30 minutes. Average horror movie time.
Yeah.
But is this an average horror movie? God, no.
No.
God, no. Raka Raka, again, I don't like it that I'm using that name instead of their actual names.
Yeah.
Put their names again. Here. And it's done by Blumhouse too, right?
A24.
A24.
Yeah. Yeah, A24 once
Shit,
again
they
killing
move
it.
it up.
Yeah.
God damn, okay. Yeah. Again, with A24, they never really go the same route as any typical formula that Hollywood has kind of given us.
Yeah.
Just does not go down that route, and I love it.
Yeah,
I really do, and it's a fun concept too. Like, the whole thing is there's this hand, a witch's hand that was buzzed
Yeah.
in concrete, and there's like a little bit of graffiti on it, and is that if you touch it and you say "talk to me," roll credits, a ghost will appear, and you could let it in, and you get like this sense of a high.
Yeah. This possession high that is supposed to be only like 80 seconds. Otherwise, the gates remain open and God knows what happens. And that's the rule set by Haley and the rest of her crew. And you're like, alright. And like the first time Mia does it, you're like, you are creeped out of like, what the fuck is going on? Why?
Right? Yeah, like her immediately letting go and just like, and of course, yeah, if a ghost pops up in you, you're just like, I ain't looking at that shit.
Right.
And, like the reactions of the actors and actresses, I've never seen them in anything before.
Same here.
Besides
Eowyn.
Eowyn, they did a great fucking job. I don't know if they're famous in Australia. By the way, this is in Australia.
Yeah, this is set in Australia. Not surprising since Rocka Rocka usually filmed in Australia.
Yeah, but you could tell immediately that this is bad news if you haven't seen the trailer.
Yeah.
The start of this movie is a brother worried, looking for his younger brother
Yeah.
in a party, and he sees his brother. He's in shambles, and you could tell that he's a little schizophrenic.
Yeah.
And he stabs the brother. I thought he died, and then he stabs himself.
Yeah.
By the way, him going like this was very Rocka Rocka.
Yeah.
Like I immediately was like, oh, there's the flavor.
Right? All you're missing now is Ronald McDonald just going, poopy.
Like him screaming his head off.
You're gonna stop it, please, God. No more. But yeah, you says that these people get a high from letting ghosts in, and like that happens when the party moves over to Jade's house with her boyfriend and Riley. And Riley is a very young guy he's peer pressure to do this. He keeps seeing these adults like have the time of their lives, and again, like you pointed out, I like the acting since you can tell this is like a limited budget, because with the rest of the actors you just see their reactions to like pretending to see a ghost and them pretending to be possessed. I was like, even though these people are not really known like around the world, their acting is superb when they're like possessed. You're like, God damn.
Yeah. And I will say, I don't know if you could feel it, or if that is the purpose of this movie, but you could tell that this is somewhat there's a message here where there's peer pressure. There's this cool new thing that everybody's doing, but you know that it's kind of bad.
Yeah.
You could put this in any interpretation of like either alcohol or drugs.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's possession. And one kid kind of goes a little too far, and suffers the consequences.
Yeah, poor Riley. He's like, I want to do this, and his sister's like, no way. And he turns to Mia, and she's like, all right, only like for 50 seconds. He's like, okay, sure, I can do that.
Yeah, but sadly, the person who came out and showed himself to Riley was her mom.
Yeah.
Which we find out that committed suicide by overdosing on pills.
Yeah. And she's like, no, I want to talk to my mom, and it takes a bit too long for the gates to close, and you're like,
2 fucking minutes. I was like, you son of a bitch.
What did you do? It's not like 30 seconds of like, maybe you did a little too much damage. No, it's like 2 full minutes of like, please, mom, I want to talk to you. Like, you idiot. Why? Mia, why?
But I get it. She has actions here didn't feel like, oh, you idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, you'd be like, oh, as a reasonable person, would be like, oh yeah, stop the kid from being possessed. But you could clearly see that she has a very, intimate attachment to the mom.
Yeah.
A close attachment to the mom. She didn't want her to go. She needed answers.
Yeah.
And I was like, very human. And I say that's okay. Okay, I'll give that one a pass.
Yeah, and then they do the hereditary thing. Only it's a lot worse than Hereditary.
Again, very Rocka.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah. It's a very graphic thing too, of like, oh god, the kid's skull is cracked. I don't want to see that. Why? Why Rocka?
I really thought they were gonna kill a kid.
Same here. I thought his brains will be all over the floor by the end sequence of like, oh god, why?
Yeah, and like, yeah, it is a little bit of a graphic scene. If anybody here is a little too squeamish when it comes to gore,
Yeah.
this one kind of goes a little too far. Like it's a little too real. They don't show like guts and
Yeah.
a heart, but they show somebody smacking their head on a wall, and like, it's kind of hard to watch.
With like full force of like, stop it! I don't want to see that.
Same here. Yeah.
And then you're just bound with the consequence of like the parents telling me like, we don't want to see you again. You did something to your son, and obviously they're pretty mad of like, how could this happen under your watch? And the police obviously being like, why did the boy's skull get cracked under your watch? Can you just tell us that you gave him something? And they're just like, how do we explain to the police that a spirit possessed them? That doesn't make sense. That makes us sound more sus that we gave him something.
Yeah.
So they all agree of like, we don't talk to anyone about this.
And I will say, sure, this is a little early on, but like, they never explain where they got the hand or where that hand came from. All we know is that it came from the guy who stabbed himself in the beginning of this movie.
Yeah.
He gave it to one of their friends, and now he kind of uses it like a party drug.
Yeah. And like now Mia starts seeing ghosts. She starts seeing her mom. She like starts seeing that other ghost, like that very creepy, horny ghost.
Water. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was like eating the guy's toe.
There's like, stop it.
I'm not a feet guy. Sorry, but sorry to everyone who has a feet like a foot kink. But no.
No. Oh man. And like every time poor Riley comes through, he tries to end it. The spirit starts to end him. You're like, I don't want to see this kid hurt himself no more, please.
I really don't. And by the way, they did an amazing job. Like, sorry, I got really tired of it, but there was not a single jump scare in this movie.
Yeah. This is the constant feeling of like uneasiness of like, I don't like the feeling I'm getting from this movie.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know, like the scene where the foot lady comes out, like he's on the floor, right?
Yeah.
They invert your expectations because there are two fucking like glowing eyes at the left side of the room. Sorry, on the right side of the room, and you're like, oh my god, that's it. What the fuck is that?
Right?
Like, you immediately like, oh shit.
Is it hereditary thing of like something just your attention is here and then something starts crawling away from the thing you're looking at? You're like, what? Why? What is that?
Yeah, it's so fucking good though.
And then Mia's mom's like, you have to help Riley, and like they go back to the hospital and like they do the reverse of like they summon spirit, but this time the spirit's like, all right, I'll let you in to my world, and you see the torment for Riley's going on. You're like, it's not even like a full scene. It's like quick glimpses of like whatever that afterlife is, and you're like, I don't wanna see it no more. Poor guy, poor place to be in.
That was straight up Silent Hill shit.
Yeah.
I did not like that, especially with like the old lady like touching him. I was like, yeah.
Oh. And poor Mia's possessed, and like they eventually do go to the surviving brother, right? Of like, how did he get loose of this thing? He's like, this is your fault. Why are you coming to me? I got fucked over by this thing. Can you please stop fucking other people's lives by letting people do this? And he tells that to like Haley's crew, and she's like, oh shit, we are fucking up people's lives. And then me is the one who's like, you know what, I have to end this myself. And like she does meet with the mom who's like, I know you will never hurt Riley, even though she's plotting to end him. You're like, oh, poor guy.
Oh no, we skipped a scene here, mate.
Oh, which one was it?
The dad.
Oh yeah, the dad who tells Mia what happened to the mom. Like she gets closure because throughout this entire movie, she never got a definitive answer. Like, did her mom accidentally overdose, or did she purposely do it? And then with the dad's letter, you're like, oh, you get your answer, and that's devastating to hear.
Yeah, but that also gives you a clue that the mom ghost that's talking to her is not the mom.
Yeah. And so you're like, huh.
Yeah,
This
which made it even more creepy because now she's like talking to her in the mirror, like telling her, like, no, that's not your father.
he's gonna hurt you, and then she stabs the dad, and then she's like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" It really is like a person. If like from the outside, it really looks like a person going through schizophrenia, and you're like, "Oh, damn."
Yeah, yeah, and like, I feel like to anyone who's a little skeptical when it comes to possessions, and who are like a little bit like, this is why I don't touch the Ouija board. If y'all like, oh, I can take a possession, no, you cannot.
No.
This clearly should like. I think this is like the perfect way to show that you have zero control. If
Over.
ever you were possessed to a degree,
Yeah.
I'm very superstitious. Sorry, but like, I ain't fucking with that shit.
I mean, as an atheist, like I don't fuck with those things either, because I'm like, I don't want to find out I'm wrong. I really don't.
I ain't gonna fuck around and find out.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? I am just happy living my, what do you call that? My non-believer
Non-believe
life,
your life.
and not fucking with things. Of like, if you really don't believe in ghosts, why don't you put it to test? Like, I don't want to find out I'm wrong. I really don't. My day is pretty fine. Like, if you tell me to like spend the night in like corridors, like I'm good, homie. I'm going to spend my time at home. I don't want to find out I'm wrong. Again, I'm wrong. But like the ghosts of like dead soldiers. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the scene when the mom's like, "No, I don't know. You will never hurt Riley. You're like family." And me is like, "Yeah, would never hurt Riley."
She has like scissors in the back pocket.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, oh fuck! I didn't know how this fucking movie was gonna end.
Yeah,
I really did it. I'm just like at the edge of my seat. I'm just like, will she kill him?
yeah,
Like, she does the thing, and then the old grandma is coming out, and she's like, he's gonna be here with us forever.
and she's like, "No, he ain't." And then she starts wheeling him out. I don't know what
Yeah.
the staff was like. I guess he's free to go. Sure.
And also, isn't there like a monitor to show like, hey, this patient has 0 heart rate?
Yeah. This patient just dead has died for from like 2 minutes ago when he's just fine. What's happening? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Y'all want to check on that?
Yeah. It's like, then this guy was still alive, and now, and you know what? Fuck it. It's movie logic. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So her other friend, I forgot her name,
Jade.
Jane, goes to her house
Yeah.
and finds her father dying. I don't know. Did she bring him to the hospital?
No. Though I think it's clear by the end that he died. Yeah.
Jade, you could have done something.
To be fair, I don't think she knew what to do. Like, it's a huge man bleeding on the floor, and then my brother's about to be ended. What a dilemma I'm facing.
Yeah, but that shit was freaky though, because like she would like start calling the mom, and the mom's like, "Oh, hey Jade, where you at?"
Yeah.
And then she goes like, "Stop, Mia's dangerous." I was like, "Oh shit, she's gonna pull through."
And then you see her go to the other side of the road and be like, "I'm going to commit to this," and you're like, how is this movie going to end? Am I going to see a poor patient be smashed by a car? And you get your answer when Jade just comes in and pushes Mia over the road, and you see her body fly and hit a car, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Was that what happened?
Yeah, that's what I think happened. Like,
I thought Mia let go, and she was the one who voluntarily did it.
Oh, I didn't see that then. I thought Jade.
I mean, I don't know either. Now I want to rewatch it and see if Jade was the one who was like,
it's like, you're not taking my brother from me. Fuck you.
Yeah, right. I'm like, oh fuck.
Right. But yeah, you see the aftermath, and you're like, you question like, is Mia gone? And you see like the family being like, all right, Riley's back to normal. We can check out. And then the dad goes to the elevator, and like the hospital starts clearing out, and you just see the hand again, and you see from wherever they are in the world, and the guy's like, oh, I let you in, and Mia's like, fuck, I am dead.
Yeah, now she's the ghost.
Yeah.
That was freaky. And the scene where she looks at the mirror and her reflection's gone, which is like a nightmare she mentioned to Riley at the beginning.
Oh man, you know what? I had my doubts about this movie too, because I'm like, I don't know handling big budget is Raka Raka. So going into this, I was like, I'm not sure. And then coming out, I was like, I can't wait if what they're going to do next. And like I know Talk to Me already has a sequel greenlit already. So I think it's coming out next year too. So I can't wait.
Okay, I hope it's as mind-bending as the first one.
Yeah. But yeah, all that being said, what would you rate Talk to Me?
Yeah, I will say it's not the best horror movie, but it's a damn good horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy shit! Again, overrated expectations. I was like, all right, okay. I still prefer Hereditary over this,
Yeah.
but god damn. I don't know. The storytelling was good. The acting was good, and these are from actors who I haven't seen before. And probably is their first time on screen.
Yeah.
Correct us if we're wrong. And the flow was good. I was at the edge of my seat. I didn't know how this movie was gonna end, and like it was a unique concept as well.
Yeah.
And I love that. And you could tell that there was a message here.
Yeah.
You could tell that like you could interpret this as again, as I said a while ago, either drugs, alcohol, or any bad vice that people get peer pressure into and then immediately regret it in life.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't give my rating. But yeah, I'll give it some an 8.5 out of 10. It's a good score, I say, and it's a good movie. It's a good introduction to the Raka Raka brothers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a good first movie.
Yeah, I'll also give this an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty good start. It's a very... You still have, like, the uneasy feeling. Even at the end of, like, I still feel very uncomfortable. Thank you, Raka Raka brothers. I appreciate that. You've been making me feel uncomfortable since your Ronald McDonald videos, and please don't ever change. But yeah, good actors, good story, a very compelling story, and yeah, just it's nice seeing A24 once again taking chances and investing in like new and upcoming directors, and I can't wait to see what A24 does in the future because it's always a promising tale with A24. And I think it's one of the few studios that you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. It's a studio that pays their actors and writers well, and that's why I think A24 is one of the few studios who's still allowed to be like, yeah, you can work with them. It's not against guidelines to work with them.
And look at that. A24's getting shit ton of money.
Yeah.
You see what happens when you're kind to your employees.
Yeah, it makes you question of like if a small studio like A24 can pay their people what they're asking for, why can't companies like Disney and Netflix do the same? It's really a mystery to me. I really don't know.
Same here.
But yeah, I say we're off to a good start for this Halloween season with this movie, and yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see the rest of this lineup or what we have planned for this month. But yeah, that's been our video for Talk to Me. What's your favorite A24 movie? Is it this one? Is it Bodies, 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 or whatever else? The Vivitch, The Lighthouse, whatever it is, please comment down below. If you like our videos, please give them a like, subscribe to the channel, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on TikTok and Spotify. TikTok to see our best and funniest moments and our reaction to the latest trailers, and Spotify to hear us on the go. I am not in any social medias, but this gentleman is.
You can find me at JohnGM _ on Instagram. It is my art account.
And for the next video, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.